Today, 22nd of November 2023, is the 10th day after Amavaka Poya Day devoted to the Noble Supreme Anumadasi Munidun. As mentioned in our first 9 videos, we need to offer offerings, alms to the Supreme. Through this, we gain positive energy to bestow to the 10th Lord Buddha, the 10th deceased close friend or relative, gods and goddesses, and on the other hand, to devils and vampires to come out from those forms and become human beings and stop the cycle of rebirth and attain nirvana. Offering of fruits is called as Palavala or Paladuru Puja to the 10th Supreme Lord Buddha, and through these merits bestow to your 10th deceased person to transform to human life and stop the cycle of rebirth and attain nirvana. Then bestow the merits to the 10th adorable person to live a life of happiness and wellness. This exercise is taught in the form of a story through which you can understand the spiritual exercise clearly and in a memorable way. Once upon a time, there was a family who grows fruits. The family members were so pleased about their yield, and one day they thought of meeting the village monk to offer and get blessings. The village monk warmly welcomed the family. Once they offered the first crop to the monk unveiled the following. Dear all, it is so nice to see that you have brought the fruits of your first crop to the temple. This is highly appreciated. The first crop is usually offered to the Supreme that you believe in. This is called Agasa's Puja. Also, once you offer water to the Supreme, as mentioned in our previous videos, after the ritual, that water can be used to nourish the fruit cultivation. Also, make sure you allocate the first portion to the Supreme Divinity that you believe in. Eventually, you can get a better crop next time. Also, once you have allocated the first yield, then offer to the Supreme and to the temple. You can use it for your consumption and also share the crops among the neighbors and relatives who are going on the spiritual path. If you can follow this exercise daily to the exact allocated time, this practice is called Akhandavatavata. If you can determine to follow this practice, determining that after offering to the Supreme Divinity, I will use it for my consumption, this is called Dudanga Puja. If you can spread this practice to other devotees, this becomes Asadrushta Puja, as mentioned in the previous videos. After plucking and offering the fruits in your home garden and sharing it with others, it becomes Anumodana Puja. This applies to animals as well. In the process of growing to harvesting, you can feel the making process in your senses and mind. This is called Shadayatana Puja. This exercise becomes Dhammochita Puja by taking a deep breath to your stomach. Tighten up, determine that you have recovered and living a blissful life, and gradually exhale the breath. This practice can fulfill breath and offering of determination called Dhammochita Puja. The practice of offering the fruits to the Supreme divinity and teaching 32 devotees to practice this exercise, you can gain Detispala Dhanya, in other words, Buddha Bhoga Puja, as in other videos. Once you practice these spiritual exercises as mentioned in our previous videos, eventually having practiced these practices, you gain supreme energy that is equivalent to a powerful magnet. Positive aura attracts and negative vibes decline or do not attract. You too also can gain this magnetic attractive power and attract good vibes and get rid of negative energy coming to your system, said the monk. After listening to this, they all worshipped the spiritual leader and went home happily and practiced this offering of fruits to the divinity. They all lived a happy life. Today, Mrs. Chamika Dunvila from Anangala, holding the membership number 27th IL 5510686, contributed to disseminating this historical Detispala Puja as a Dhamma Dhanya, or contribution for the dissemination of the Dhamma. May her wishes come true. May her deceased father, Mr. Senaratna Bandara, gain a blessed human life and stop the cycle of rebirth and approach to the path of nirvana. Also, may her close beloved mother, Mrs. Kamala Gamage, live a healthy long life and enrich this current human life. Secondly, Mrs. Madhushi Nanayakara from Guru Deniya, holding the membership number 27 Navam 5738 279, contributed to disseminating this historical Detispala Puja as a Dhamma Dhanya, or contribution for the dissemination of the Dhamma. May her wishes come true. May her deceased brother, Mr. Nilusha Nanakara, gain a blessed human life and stop the cycle of rebirth and approach to the path of nirvana. Also, may her close beloved son Prabhash Ratnayaka live a healthy long life and enrich this current human life while excelling in all his endeavors. Finally, Mrs. Jayatunga from Marukona, holding the membership number 26 Binara 1966 360, contributed to disseminating this historical Detispala Puja as a Dhamma Dhanya, or contribution for the dissemination of the Dhamma. May her wishes come true. May her deceased husband, Mr. Bandar Al-Hakon, gain a blessed human life and stop the cycle of rebirth and approach to the path of nirvana. Also, may her close beloved son, Prasanna Jayatunga, live a healthy long life and enrich this current human life while excelling in all his endeavors.